Hello, and welcome to another episode of TacoBytes, your daily bite of Degen, episode number 922. I know for some of you somewhere it does show episode 921, and that's because I was looking at my last episode, which was 921, when I was making my new one. You would think by now that I have this like dialed in, figured out, perfect at it. No, that is not the case in the slightest. It's fun though, last second finding those things, you know. And so, yeah, we have a recap of RenderCon, an amazing time of being in LA. And so we want to shout out to everyone that's joining us on LinkedIn, Player One Taco YouTube, Xerox Degens YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Telegram, Rumble, Kick, On Chain via Abstract. Shout out to all the Pengus, all my Penguin fans, and all those that are using Abstract the way, the idea behind it. And so huge shout out to all of them. But RenderCon, amazing time, one-day event, sort of like an expo of what's being built on Render and all of the different things. It's really cool because we got to present Manifest via Gember. Gember AI, one of our projects within the Manifest ecosystem, and how they're using Manifest. And then now there is a new RMP number 19 up for proposal for vote for allowing Render to, because they've put everything to governance on a lot of their partnerships. So partnering with both Manifest and Think. And so this is what we're gonna go deep dive into RMP 19, and we're gonna find out what it fully says. And then we're going to figure out how to vote on it. We have Render. We've had Render for a while that we've had as liquidity in HawkFi. So we're going to actually have to do two things. We're going to go look at RMP 19, and we're going to go figure out how to vote for this proposal because, why not, right? So we're going to be jumping into that infinity screen that we love so much because why not? And that's what we're going to do. So we're going to go to that and we're going to add that to stage. We got that. We're going to hide that. All right. We are good. GM to the infinity tacos. I don't know if that carries through to each taco saying taco, taco. It's like 1,000 tacos and on. So let's get out of that. And we're going to go hop straight over to Twitter. So renderfoundation.com is the true source of this, but I want to just sort of go through this with you guys so you know what it looks like when you're doing it, because you might have Render token. You might have it on Ethereum. If you have it on Ethereum, everything's sort of moved over to Solana now. And look at this. We've gotten Manifest's headline for 9 hours now. Woo-hoo. All right. So that's pretty awesome. But so Render Foundation is where we're going to go. This is Render Foundation, RenderCon. We're going to just back up out of that and just go to renderfoundation.com. So there is, let's see here, grants team, white paper, governance. All right. What else is that? Upgrade Render. All right. So governance is where we're going. That's where we're at. Guidelines for RNPs. Research. Members should research previous proposals, ensure that their RNP has not already been submitted or does not conflict with a proposal up for vote. Avoid conflicts, values, feasibility. Index. All right. Year 2 of BME. Emissions allocation. Octane Render for Blender in the Render network. Integration for Arnold in the Render. Availability rewards. Year 1 emission rebalancing. Render Network Wizard for Maxon Cinema 4D, Exhibits Compute Client, Prime Intellect, Osana, Solana Upgrade and Emission Schedule, Beam Compute Client, IO.NET Compute Clients, Layer 1, Network Expansion, Burn and Mit, and Proposal Genesis. So this is where you get to sort of see a little bit more on all of that side of things. But right here, so we're going to, oh, that's just a picture. So read the full proposal. Unfortunately, well, let's unfortunately, that is not how on-chain voting works. Wish it was. Let's see. And then your RNDR, your render, to a Solana-based wallet. You will, let's see here, you will find the easiest, you will love the UI of Phantom Wallet. It is also multi-chained, also multi-chain, also multi-chain wallet, or you can use the best. It is strictly Solana, and that is Soulflare wallet. You will need a little bit of Sol in your wallet to do transactions like voting, which can be around where might want 0.1 Sol in that wallet, so that you can then send back your render after your vote. All right, so we replied to those people. Let's go see what those people are doing. All right, so emissions, rewards for initial general and AI compute networks nodes, aka the render compute network. So this is RNP number 19. Oh my God. I am so sorry. Let's see. I don't want to. Because I'm in GitHub. Settings, appearance. I need night theme. Single theme. Dark default. There we go. All right. So, boom. There we go. Now we are in stuff we can read. And because we're half blind, let's make that a little bigger. So this is updates. The render network is leveraging the convergence of general and AI compute demand by deploying dedicated GPU nodes distinct from legacy rendering nodes due to divergent hardware and software requirements. This RMP proposes a sustainable emissions and reward framework for open compute GPU node operators optimized for these workloads. This would enable the render network community to drive general and AI compute demand directly to the network and address customizations directly using a proven team to manage the distributed compute environment. The opportunities based on demand for various use cases, including AI inference. Examples of potential partners Render would onboard include Manifest and Think agents. Manifest provides enterprise-grade distributed compute nodes with security and IP protections designed to support Web3 projects. Their goal is to use the Render compute network to architect a distributed LLM framework for clients building AI-powered automated workflows for financial services. Think agents is an open protocol for AI agent development. They've developed the Think Agent Standard, a framework for builders to create intelligent, on-chain AI agents to transact and communicate. It's a modular, permissionless, and composable system that aims to unlock applications across compute, inference, and trusted execution environments. They would run next-generation AI models on the Render compute network. Additional partnership opportunities are expected to emerge upon the launch of the Render compute network. Selection process. Initial cohort selection aligns with launch partner specifications, likely including location, geographic strategic placement. Manifest, we're worldwide. We have enough data centers for latency. Bandwidth, 100 plus megabytes per second download. We're into the terabytes, so we're good. Availability. Partner-defined uptime thresholds. Operating system, Linux-based OS prioritized for Docker stability. Window deferred to post-launch. Initial testing has been on Ubuntu 22.04 and 24.04. Note, Docker is generally faster in Linux since it is virtualized in all other operating systems. Dedicated nodes, segregated from rendering workloads to prevent contention. The Render Foundation will oversee demand-driven onboarding until a permissionless system is implemented, adjusting emissions accordingly. The long-term vision is a permissionless, scalable compute network. Nodes must meet all criteria for selection and emissions eligibility. Deploy GPUs from the approved list. Sign up URL to be announced. Onboard via the waitlist, providing a Solana wallet for Render deposits. Be live in the Render Foundation cohort, e.g. compute deployed and connected. Sustained bandwidth of 100 megabytes per second down, 75 megabytes per second up. Achieve minimum epoch uptime per launch partner requirements. Register a wallet pre-reward accrual, prior work ineligible. Pricing and payment model. Customers fund jobs in fiat, USD, or Render held as credits post-job. 95% of credits procure Render on open markets burned per the BME model. 5% compensates OTOY for network operations. Pricing is dynamic, hourly, and benchmarked to industry standards. For example, RTX 5090, 45 cents to 69 cents an hour. RTX 4090, 35 cents an hour. RTX 3090, 31 cents an hour. Node rewards and emissions. Compute node operators draw from a reserved tranche of annual Render emissions separate from rendering nodes, with allocations reassured quarterly or as needed. Rewards initially incentivize availability, transitioning to usage based on node utilization scales. For example, 100 initial nodes and an estimated 8,500 Render a month pool reflects near full capacity operation with typical specs. RTX 4090 baseline. This is an estimate, not a cap, with no per node ceiling, as the cap is intrinsically governed by the number of GPUs and work performed. The foundation is authorized to increase these rewards by up to 3x, as this is trialed with market forces. Availability rewards. 2 Render epoch per node prorated by uptime, e.g. 50% equal 1 Render. Epochs aligned weekly with rendering nodes. Job rewards. 10 Render epoch baseline for an RTX 4090 at 100% utilization, scaled by specification multiplier. Appendices 1 and 2, and time worked. Formula. 10 Render times multiplier times hours worked divided by 168. Example, RTX 4090, upgraded setup, 100 hours equals 10 times 1.80 times 100 divided by 168 equals 10.77 Render. The Render network facilitates post-epoch payments, providing transparent eligibility and rewards communication. Job allocation model. Jobs are allocated via customer-specified GPU types. Rotational assignment, prioritizing nodes with lowest epoch workload, adjusted for uptime. Epoch end ranking set the next epoch starting order. GPU models. As the most heavily weighted factor, proposed GPU model scores are noted here. So NVIDIA RTX 5090 high-end, 1.7, 2200 CUDA cores, Blackwell, 70% uplift over RTX 4090, 2200 CUDAs, RTX 4090s, 1600 CUDAs cores, 512 tensor cores, Ada Lovelace reference point. And then they work through all of the different GPU models. The render network will facilitate payments and make best efforts to do so during the epoch following the current epoch. The render network will be responsible for communication, including how to qualify, rewards earned, and reward support. Node utilization and thresholds. Rewards tied to a dynamic utilization scoring system. Availability, uptime, GPU usage. Echoing static thresholds to flag and prune underperformers. Comprehensive scoring model will be published. Proof of compute and hardware reliability. A proof of compute mechanism ensures reliability through periodic cryptographic validations of GPU availability, VRAM, PCIe bandwidth, RAM, thermals, and software integrity, refined via real-world testing. Node staking in initial testing phase. No staking is mandated initially to maximize hardware diversity and accelerate issue detection. Earnings up to $100 are held as an implicit stake with excess dispersed, balancing onboarding ease with long-term stability. Render network compute pool. 0.25% to 0.5% render transaction fee could seed a pool for internal workloads, algorithm simulations, benchmarking, fraud detection during low utilization, bolstering network resilience. Testnet implementation. A foundation-managed testnet will validate software and nodes pre-launch and eligible for emissions. This RMP affects all render ecosystem participants, current node operators, prospective compute providers, and users. If this proposal is passed, deploy initial 100-node network, activate fiat render payment flow with BME buy and burn, initiate availability rewards, implement proof of compute and utilization scoring, scale node capacity, expand based on metrics sustained utilization, 80% across nodes, explicit partner capacity requests, or job queue delays. Potential drawbacks. Concurrent rendering and compute workloads risk instability, mandating strict segregation. Initial staking flexibility may yield variable node performance, though it expedites testing and optimization. So now we're into Appendix 1, key factors for distributed GPU processing. The role. The GPU's architecture and core count define the computational power available on each node for parallel processing tasks. CUDA cores enable general-purpose computation, while tensor cores, found in consumer-grade RTX GPUs, accelerate specific matrix-based workloads. This factor is foundational because each GPU must handle its portion of the distributed workload effectively, whether processing independent data chunks or collaborating on a shared task. For instance, an RTX 5090 with 2200 CUDA cores offers 70% more compute capacity than an RTX 4090's 16384 cores, factoring architectural improvements. Blackwell versus Ada Lovelace. Network dependencies slightly temper its dominance in distributed systems. As the primary compute engine, it holds the highest weighting. The 36% reflects its critical role in local task execution, moderated by the need for inter-node coordination, which introduces overhead not present in standalone setups. Minimum recommended specs: NVIDIA RTX 4090, 24 gigs, 1600 CUDA cores, provides a strong baseline for consumer-grade distributed compute, with tensor cores boosting efficiency for matrix-heavy tasks. The RTX 5090 offers a significant upgrade. VRAM, video RAM. VRAM stores data, intermediate results, and task-specific resources on each GPU. In distributed systems, workloads may be split across GPUs, requiring sufficient VRAM to manage these segments locally. Influence. Adequate VRAM capacity and fast PCIe bus speeds, i.e. 16x lanes, are critical for processing large workloads without offloading to slower system RAM or network buffers. For a 140 gig task across 4 RTX 4090s, 24 gigs each, 96 gigs total. Partitioning is needed. 32 gigs reduces this, while higher PCIe bandwidth, not 1x risers, prevents transfer bottlenecks, boosting efficiency. Low VRAM or limited PCIe lanes degrade throughput by throttling data flow. Weighting. Reasoning. Second to GPU core, VRAM's 26% weighting highlights important and memory-intensive distributed tasks. It's slightly less critical than core count due to workload partitioning options, but remains a key limiter for large-scale processing. Minimum recommended specs, 24 gigs per GPU. Supports typical distributed workloads. Is recommended for larger or more complex computations. Upload and download speeds. Network bandwidth determines the rate at which data travels between GPUs across nodes, encompassing both the transfer of data to GPUs and the retrieval of results from GPUs download. It plays a vital role in coordinating tasks and consolidating outputs in distributed systems. The influence. Network bandwidth is a crucial element in distributed computing, significantly affecting systems performance. It acts as a key constraint by dictating how efficiently nodes exchange data, with its impact increasing as tasks require more frequent or larger data transfers between GPUs. Assigned 15% network bandwidth is essential for enabling effective communication between GPUs, though its contribution is secondary to local processing and memory capabilities of each node. Its importance scales with the level of task interdependence and the volume of data moved across the system. A baseline of 400 megabytes per second download and 300 megabytes upload supports distributed workloads efficiently. A minimum of 100 megabytes download and 70 upload is viable for smaller or less demanding setups, though it restricts performance. Clock speed. Base and boost. Clock speed determines the rate of local computations on each GPU, reducing processing time for individual tasks or subtasks within a distributed system. Higher clock speeds enhance on-device compute efficiently, directly impacting throughput when workloads fit in VRAM. For example, the RTX 4090's 222.5 gigahertz versus the RTX 5090's 2.5, 2.8 gigahertz offers a 12% per computation boost, significant for VRAM resident tasks. If data spills to system RAM, PCIe bandwidth limits gains, but clock speed remains relevant unless off-device network transfers dominate. An order of magnitude slower scenario addressed by VRAM optimization. Weighting 8%. Reasoning assigned 8% due to its secondary role in distributed systems, where network and compute capacity dominate. It still aids local performance, warranting a modest weighting. Minimum recommended speed 2.2 gigahertz, 2.5 gigahertz. It's baseline. Memory bandwidth that dictates this data. So just so everyone knows where we're at, we've gone through the RNP. Now what they've added is like the appendix of like what some of the data pieces are and the requirements for these nodes to provide this next level of computational power to the render network. So the way render network has been built so far is either individuals running nodes specifically, but what it was more geared towards was artists, creatives that are already have their own custom rigs for creating either their graphics or their animations or anything like that. When they're not using it, letting someone else use their computational power, aka rendering on their time, on their machine, so that distributed workload could be done faster. That's the idea behind it. But now that we're getting into the age of AI, and so render's been used for animations, movies, all of these things. Now that we're getting into AI computational pieces and AI workload stuff, the demand and need is getting larger. So it's no longer just artists that are, using their inhibited casts because they've already bought the hardware for themselves. Now it's just the cost of electricity for them, which if they're letting their stuff run, normally we won't see too much of a change on that. But the increase in compute time then becomes a reward system for allowing others to use that virtual support piece there. So that's Now we're breaking through in what the minimum requirements are, because as we're moving from the individual to the enterprise section where manifest can support, what are the requirements for any of the nodes or anyone wanting to come in on the AI compute side. So this is really fun stuff. But now they're going into the specifics and specs. System RAM, CPU, 4-core, but really caps runtime performance. Minimum recommended specs: 8-core, 16-thread, 3 gigahertz, AMD Ryzen 5700. And then system RAM. System RAM buffers data for CPU operations and handles overflow if VRAM capacity is exceeded, though this is uncommon in optimized distributed setups. Its impact is minimal, as distributed compute tasks typically reside in VRAM or network pipelines. It becomes relevant only in edge cases, where 128 gigs DDR5 offers a slight buffering advantage over 64 gig DDR4 for large datasets before GPU transfer. Waiting, not weighted. Excluded from waiting due to its negligible runtime impact, affecting only pre-processing or rare overflow situations rather than core distributed performance. Minimum recommended specs: 64 gig DDR4 per node ensures functionality. 128 gig DDR5 is recommended for setups with significant buffering or pre-processing needs. Storage. Storage manages initial data loading and logging across nodes, with NVMe's solid-state drives reducing startup times compared to slower HDDs. Influence: its effect is minor during runtime, as distributed compute relies on in-memory data, VRAM. A 1 terabyte NVMe SSD at 7 gigs per second loads a 148 gig dataset in 20 seconds versus minutes for an hard drive. But this impacts only initialization or logging, not ongoing task execution. Not weighted. Omitted from waiting because it doesn't affect runtime performance, influencing only startup or checkpointing phases, which are secondary to core processing. Minimum recommended specs: 1 terabyte solid state drive per node at 7 gigs per second read-write is the baseline for efficient loading higher specs. 2 terabyte, 14 gigs a second, further minimize startup delays. So this is specs. Now we go into Appendix 2, which is specs and performance multiplier scale with RTX 4090 and medium speed as baseline. So this goes deeper into clock speed, memory bandwidth, system RAM, and storage. And so Appendix 3 formula, the generic weighting formula for distributed GPU processing. We're going to skip Exam 4. This is a baseline setups. So where you can see the different specs and what their weighting is, and what if there's a multiplier to it for adding to your piece. Now, they then add into a reward calculator as well. And so then with different specs that shows different calculation pieces for each of this. So that's where we have the RMPs, and those can be found on Render Network's GitHub. So we're gonna star this and we're gonna fork this, and all right, we're actually gonna go back a page, Render Network, and just go back over to Render Network. So here's Render Network RMPs. We're gonna go to Render Network. So full artist login, uses GitHub to conduct community governance via Render Network proposals and post open source code for Render. All right, so RMP's public. All right, Stargazers. Oh, that's me. All right, we are going to go to RMPs, Render Network team reviews, other media, 12 media, README, add RMP 019. All right, banner, index of current, Render compute network, guidelines for RMP. Be viewed within GitHub, where they're classified as draft submission and render team review, open for RMP vote, rejected, approved, and on the roadmap. Rejected. All right, so draft right now. So let's figure out what we got to do. Read me. Proposals, read RMPs before constructing your first RMP. Be well thought out and discuss across appropriate render. Okay. So we got to read proposal genesis, title and RMP number. Stakeholders. All right. Scope of render network proposals. Funding guidelines can be found on our Render Foundation website. RMP shall be presented to the community as a writing snapshot and nation. Improvement must satisfy the following criteria. All right, so let's go. Nation. No, return the. I don't know what they're doing here. Let's see. Snapshot.org. Okay, so let's go to the render file. Oh, that's not into that either. So now that we have this, see more in GitHub. So okay, that's just the GitHub pieces for that. If we go to this will show us the same thing. Yep. All right. Grants team, job tutorials, support, governance, guidelines. Okay. Grants, development community, educational resources. There's Sunny. The process of all right. I don't know governance history. Let's see. Let's see their tutorials. Render with render. Oh.
It was 1983 when I first saw Dragon's Lair, which totally changed my.
That's telling you what render is. I don't want that. I want. All right. What about render network? So. All right. So render foundation. All right. I guess, let's see. Render con. This is not, they make this hard. So this was fun. All right. So let's see. Unification. Where's RTOC? RTOC is right over here. Oh, no, that's not it. Creating right there. GPU markets and compute. That was us. That was a fun talk. All right. Team grants, stats, blog, upgrade render. Let's go see if it's on this. That does not. Tutorials. Knowledge base. 3D logo. In 15 minutes. All right, that's not really showing anything. So I know snapshot. All right, so I'm gonna go to snapshot real quick. I'm gonna be logging in with All right, doesn't let me. Let's go to snapshot. And then let's look for all right, MetaMask. There's all of ours. So let's look for render. Render network. All right, there we go. So you have to go to snapshot. See more. Proposals. Final vote, 10 votes 1 year ago. RNP voting system 3 years ago, 3 years ago. Let's see here. Status active. There are no proposals. All right. Overview. This is a little annoying. All right. So I'm figure to vote where let's see here. So this is sort of like, I think this might be a little bit of one of their choke points, because if there's this hard for me to figure out where to readme team reviews, to render team review results, to do DS store, view raw. All right, no, I don't need to save that. All right, so no, I don't want to see Misha. Artist login. Otoy. Okay. Oh, Unity. My Unity ID. Oh man. I don't remember my Unity ID. All right. Sure, let's log in. What we're going to do real quick, we apologize, everyone. I know how much you guys love it when we're going to make this account real quick. And that is what we are going to do. Taco. Boo-doo, boo-doo. Boo-doo-doo. Black cat magic. Oh. Don't press enter until you have clicked the CAPTCHA. That can be a good one. All right, I'm not a robot this time. All right, so we have to go. Email verified. All right, linked accounts. I don't have that. Company. 0x Degens. Network. Manifest network. English. How'd you find out about Octane? Other. Continue. Password. I need a forum account. Okay. This is new step-by-step pieces. All right. Do not see a reCAPTCHA, but oh, there it is. Accept all. Save. All right. Save downloads. Octane. Documents have been added. Subscription dongles. Forum. Octane for Unity. New account. News and announcements. All right. Oh, and then I guess I have to log into this. Boop. All right. I think this is where I can come back and let you guys see what's going on. And boom, add the stage. All right. So I had to go in. So we avatar type. The avatar functionality is currently disabled. All right. New password, current password. External account associations, board index. All right, moderator, Chris Hackman, demo version questions, competitions. I want this documentation, download resources. So I had to go through like render and then Otoy. So like news and releases, download here. General discussion, statistics. April 4th, March 20th. All right. Live empty. News and announcements. Okay. This form is moderated. Your first post will appear only after it has been reviewed by moderator, so it will not show up immediately. So to avoid this form being flooded by spam. All right. Feed, Octane render, new render plus subscriptions, Cascader, V3 pricing. All right, so this is all Octane render. This is actually for like the creators, which is actually really cool that they have their own little forum. User control panel, unanswered topics. April 16th. All right. Unreal Engine. No. All right. So forum, shop, downloads, resources. Let's see. Fact, Octane feature requests. All right. So I just like went backwards. Render network. Use the render network. All right. Retrieve account and please refresh your page. All right. Am I logged in? Oh, it's because it's Brave. Brave is on. All right. I'm in there. Turn on dark mode. Account. Accept all and start rendering. There we go. Users without a paid subscription are required to have at least one credit token in their account to upload scenes. Please contact support. Deposit tokens. Connect to MetaMask. Currently connected. All right. Switch to Polygon. That's done that. Nope, it has not. All right. There we go. No. All right. So boot, connect, There we go. We're connected. Deposit tokens. Your ad cannot be withdrawn from the account, only be used for rendering. Depending on how that can be used, visit this page. All right, we're deep diving into these things. How to vote in RMPs. That is what we want. How to vote in RMP. Voting in RMP leverages Nation for render SPL tokens voting and snapshot for, all right, Nation. So you got to go to nation.io. All right, perfect. Oh, no, I don't want that. I want to log in, connect. We know that this is a Solana thing, so we're going to have to connect with our Solana wallet. All right, this is like the hardest. This is, all right, no, I want to explore. Render network, cast, fade, there we go. All right. View proposal. Voting ends. So right now, 2.3 million votes yes, 99%. All right. Profile. Let's make our profile. You haven't set up any vote delegate. You aren't a member of any organization. Join one. Oh, okay. Go to page. Join. Woohoo. All right, cool. Shared out. You're now a member of Render Network. Let's see here. I am going to be a dick wipe. And I'm going to go to governance and I'm going to go to GitHub. And I am going to add I'm going to focus. I'm going to all right. Overview, selection process. Yep. RMP title category, authors created status. Nope, we're going to add right there. How to vote. All right. Visit the Render Foundation voting page, which is, oh my God, I lost it right here. No, that's dumb. We're done there. Render network. There we go. Copy link. Hosted by nation.io. Hosted by nation.io. Voting hosted. Direct link can be found here. Boop. Will need to have your, I'm basically telling a foundation and everyone else how to vote because they didn't do that. That's sort of silly. This is the thing that we find out with large corporations. Even my company, we've like the smallest, tiniest detail. We don't tell anyone, like we just expect everyone to know. Render tokens in a self-custody wallet. I.e. Oh my God, Phantom and Soulflare. I hope you love me right now. Soulflare. Soulflare. Phantom. Are we going to talk to him about any other wallets? No. Etc. You will need enough SOL in your wallet to conduct on-chain transactions. Transactions. 0.1 SOL is more than enough. More than enough. Join. Let's all right. Let's see. What are the next steps on this? We don't need that. We don't need that. This is proposals. View proposal. Oh no, cancel. All right, I need to up my vote. Governance render. Visit the proposals page and select the active proposal you wish to. Hold on, I gotta let. Never mind. Finally found it. Boop. Active you wish to vote on. Pick your vote and complete the transaction. By signing a message affirming your vote. All right. There we go. Right action, submitting change rule in your fork so you can send a pull request. Yeah. All right. Commit changes. Adding a how to vote section. There we go. I know that's super simple. All right, and we're going to create adding a how to vote section. Biggest issues I heard. RenderCon that people did not know how to participate. Only through about, I don't know, how long have we been going? An hour, almost. Only through about an hour of crawling internet, I finally get it out. Let's make it easier for those easier for everyone to participate. Create pull request. There we go. Base branch done. Changes can be cleanly merged. Ouch. Update. So yeah, all right. Yeah. Forget plain text views. All right. So now what do we need to do? We need to, is there settings to go into dark mode? No, there isn't. That is so horrible. All right. Casting, view proposal. All right. So we're going to pull this out. Signature, no. 11 render, view all. 700 render, 2.3 million render. All right. So where do we have our render? You guessed it. We have it on Hawkeye. Actually, we have it in Hawkeye because I think we have it on Orca. So we're going to actually go pull this. Let's go to the egg. We are on the egg. So we're going to go to our dashboard. We have to sign this message. So one of the things that I'm worried about is that it might not have Okay. We have so many positions that it takes forever. So, all right. So we can look here at the proposal. The proposal is in the GitHub. All right. Um, very basic. Oh, not a very basic, but a clean. It said vegan. No auto text. Not a vegan outline. There it is. Sole render. It's an Orca position. We're going to close this position for right now. Then we'll go back and open it up. We only have 32 render. Close position. All right. Closing it. I'm going to buy a soul's worth. That's a freaking win. Yeah. That's a win and a half. Boop. Stick this pipe. Smoke it. Render is killing it via Hawkeye. Oops. All right. This is your pipe and smoke it. Yeah. All right. So not this time. All right. So all right. So now we have our token. So we're gonna just go. We're gonna go to Jupe because Jupe is easy and quick, and we love Jupiter. It's a good mobile wallet. It's just not interconnected everywhere. So, boop, render. There we go. All right. And one soul. swap it. Boom. All right. So we're not voting with a lot. We don't have a huge amount. Ba-doop, ba-doop. All right. So there we go. Screw it. Let's buy with a little. Let's buy a little more. Let's do that. It sucks that we're not in position anymore. So all right. So let's refresh this. Shift. Connect your wallet. Connect. Confirm. All right. Yes. Oh, so only how much render we had at the beginning. Okay. Vote with wallet. You'll have to confirm twice. The first is to get priority fee estimate. All right. So there we go. Your vote has been submitted successfully. Boom. So there we go. We'll connect again. Confirm. There we are, right there. 0.02 render on the vote. And that's us. So not a lot of people are voting on this, but we're going to make this easy. See. All right. Holding render. While you to vote. On the latest render network RNP 019, and you would like to vote on the latest render network RNP 019, you can do so via, what is this, Nation IO? What is Nations? Let's go find Nation. Where is their Twitter? Build with Nation. We're going to follow that. Okay. Build with Nation. You can do so via Build with Nation. Boop. I voted yes. Don't care what you vote. Vote. Just vote. For over a week, you like to vote on the latest render network RMP, you can do so via Build with Nation. I voted yes. Boom. So, all right. We showed you how to vote. Explore. So you can see who the other PFEC, Sound Collective, Phenom, then is in DAO, Showcase. I don't know who the rest of these are. Domo. All right. PFEC, 0 proposals. All right. Yeah. Load more. Stars Run Studio, Test DD, Jerry, Trollface DAO, Students Together, some weed, Rugrat Coin, Fuck You Coin, Florida DAO. All right. not a whole lot of going on, but cool. All right. You really, nation. All right. Let's see. How do you delegate? Add delegate. An address you want to delegate. So you have to add the, okay. Delegate wallet address. So what you would do here is you would get render token, the address. You would put that in. And then you would put in a wallet address. Save. You vote. Yeah. So render token. So, yeah. Updated, view more. All right. Yeah. View proposal. Voting yes. All right. Cool. Go back to your profile. So, let's see here. All right. If you want to add a delegate to vote on your behalf in Build with Nation on render network proposals, you can do add me or anyone as a delegate to vote on your behalf. You can do so by copying the token contract address. First field, if I can spell field right, first field, and then the wallet delegating to the second field. Yeah. Mine is doop boop post. Not this time. All right, there we go. All right, so that is all right. So now that we did this, all right, we're going to do two things. We're going to swap back swap swap. All right, there we go. All right, so we have our swap back. We're going to create a new position again. All 1.03. 1.3. I think that's what we had in there. That seems good. Confirm and create position. Almost balanced. All right, so cancel right, so 03. Confirm and create. All right, there we go. Or now we're okay, almost balanced. We were in a good pool position. We'd made. All right, so we're gonna now did it swap, so it has to do it swap first. All right, back, confirm, create. There we go. All right. Boom. We're going to turn auto rebalancing on, auto compounding off. One. And auto compound off. Save and close. Now we're in our position. All right. Dashboard. Let's go back to the dashboard. All right. So that is it. That is how you vote on render. On proposal 19, RNP number 19. Makes it very hard. But yeah, I think, let's see here. Boop. This account doesn't exist. Feature requests. Participate. Articles, render holders. On ecosystem. Discord. Community discussion. Proposals. Yeah. All right. Guidelines. To the render network proposal system. Yep. Everything sort of dies out. Foundation website. Maybe answer your questions. Visit. Compute agency grants resources. All right. So we are tied in now. We found that all out. We did all of that. Commits. All right. So RMPs. So yeah. RMP 19 3 days ago. Selection process. Okay. Yeah. On your fort. All right. Yeah. Commit. So yeah. That's all right. Pull requests. We have 2 pull requests. Add RMP. Nikki Pockets. Submerged on June. Okay. Add. This was add a new RMP. Added table to RMP 19. Fixture. All right. Cool. All right. So we're done with GitHub. Governance. Let's see. It is Tom. Let's see here. All right. Jaylene, Cookville. It's going to be interesting. I never enabled it. A setting you can change. Friction on Coinbase. Let's see. Had it back as a tester. They pushed it due to success, due to user feedback, liking it. I think it is set at $50. Without verification, without 2FA, or did add passkey, pushed it as a default. Without, did you add passkey? Boop. TacoBytes. I saw you. Reply. I saw you. Abstract grind. I saw you tonight. All right. Happy birthday. Well, thank you, Fud. Thank you, Fud Hunters. Yay. Minions. You got to go with minions. People. All right. Cosmos Verse liked your post. So Litecoin was like $84. Beat that Litecoin Summit. Cosmos Verse HQ. Hold my Red Bull. $39. I might be starting a fight. I don't know. Yeah. All right. If you want to add me or anyone, is the god. Who is this from? Pyro Agency. All right. Okay. All right. And you would like to vote on the latest render? You can do so via Build a Nation. Don't care what you vote. Just vote. There we go. All right. So, elements. Who? Any? Squirrel King, aka CG. Thank you for the message. Thank you, man. All right. All right. Message request. I am your stock analyst. No, you're not. You are. It's an honor to leave you a message. This is cryptocurrency promoter Reed inviting you to join the BTC. Oh my God. You are. No, you were. I'm not even open. You now boost your follower. No. Me neither. Nope. We need you. What? No. Appreciate what we had. We did talk with Trevor and had a decent lengthy Nicholas Nodop. Oh yeah. When did he make this account? All right, he's had it for a minute. Nicholas Nodop from the covers. Amazing. Awesome. I am glad. I'm glad we're able to have that talk. You had you had legit concerns and love helping love helping and love helping. Boom. All right, cool. John from RenderCon. John's pretty cool. Solving problems, creating creations. John Control, use pretty cool. Boop. GM. Why not support your token? That is this. See, this is the token you developed. Let's see. I don't know. Let's go find out what that token is. UFDC Jasper. This is Unicorn Fart Dust Cat. I don't think I made this token. Yeah, no. Did I make that token? I don't think I made this token. Let's go look at the mint transaction. Maybe I did. Did I? 4 months ago. Bonding curve. Oh, transfer from player one Taco. Yes. All right. Swap. 1 soul. Yeah. All right. So I guess I did make this token. Oopsies. All right. So let's go look at this. Boop. Holders. 18 holders. Boop. That's me right there. Number 10. All right. Transfers. 100. Someone just bought some. Bonding curve. Page 3. There we go. Yeah, bonding curve. Let's see. Let's go look at that real quick. Pump Fun Coin. Yes. What did I do? Jasper the Cat says, don't buy this or anything else. Oh, that's why I say, here we go. Because I said, do not buy this. Buy UFD. There we go. No, so you're posting about crypto. When did you get it? Oh, that's just a scam question. All right, cool. So we're done with Twitter. It looks like someone bought this recently. Was something original. Copycats suck. Post a reply. Let's see here. Oh, I gotta connect. I gotta log in. Phantom. Connected. All right. Reply. Because I am saying don't buy. Just buy UFD. UFD. Bonding curve. There I am. The dev, I have 1%. I think I have it all locked away. Totally forgot about this token. Oh man. So, yeah. All right. Yeah, we're getting off Pump Fun. We hate this so much. Let's see. View our wallet. Profile. What do we have? Pump Fun tokens. Let's see. Market cap. Well, looks like we have $133 worth. Sahil says sorry. Fuck that guy. Potato Vampire. Taco. That's not to do. This one. Look at this one. This one is just straight. Bump. Yeah. Redemption arc. Huh. Bundled the shit. Rug. Yeah. I'm really sorry. And all of the similar coins. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. How to rug. 101. That's sort of hilarious. No, we don't need you anymore. All right, so we're done there. Done with Bird Eye. And then we go there. And then let's see. All right, no, we need this page. Boom. There we go. Still fetching positions. All right, so let's refresh you. And Nation. We're done with Nation. We're done with instant Twitter. Yeah, no, we're good. All right, so that is it for tonight. All right, boom. Yeah, so I want to thank everyone for joining us for TacoBytes, your daily bite of Degen, episode number 922, coming to you live from somewhere nowhere, Palm Springs. That's right. We were just in LA for RenderCon. It was an amazing time. And we then got off to, we are now heading over to Austin for more Builder Week, followed by, we're heading over to Istanbul for Solana Crossroads, and then we head over to Token in Dubai. So 3 more conferences this month. Oh my God, this is going to be this is a crazy month. So we will see you then. We will see you there. Till next time. We're going to end this episode as we end every episode with our 2 favorite things, our words of wisdom and the greatest, worst knock-knock joke on the face of the planet. Our words of wisdom are always the same. A closed mouth cannot be fed, and you cannot feed a closed mouth, meaning if no one knows you're looking for opportunity, opportunity can never come a knocking. If opportunity does come knocking and no one answers, it's going to keep on walking. With that, I want to wish everyone a great and amazing day. GM. And as always, we end with the greatest, worst knock-knock joke on the face of the planet. Render, yeah, with the smoke. That was an amazing. I had such a fun time. RenderCon. That was it was a great time. So yeah, as always, we end with the greatest, worst knock-knock joke on the face of the planet, which is always the same. We have said 921 times, so why not say for 922? You guys ready? And gals and everyone in between? Knock, knock. Who's there?